AVoverIP. I'm here at the Peerless AV event here with Phil on Visionary. For those that don't know, give me a bit about background history around Visionary.
So Visionary's been around since the late 90s, always involved in IPTV solutions. So building encoders, we've got encoders on the space station, for example. That's one of our case things that we always talk about because it's quite a neat thing. So you can actually find the streams out on the old space station as well. So it's quite an interesting project. About 2016, Visionary launched their AVoverIP equipment, which is what we've got now, which is based on a JPEG 2000 encoder. Very efficient in terms of all PoE, but very efficient in terms of the amount of energy they use and require. We've got encoder decoders. We've got 5000 series, which was launched just earlier this year, and that gives us 4K 60 444. So we've got full space. Earlier this year, Visionary acquired my company, and we've now got an IPTV solution as well. So ultimately, where we're at from a company perspective is in effect how we're now going to bring the two things together. So we've got the AVoverIP world, we've got an H264 world, and how can we bring the two things more closer together? Because there's really nobody else here at this event, or even at one of the major exhibitions. Nobody else who was doing both H264 IPTV and also manufacturing AVoverIP hardware as well. So it's quite a unique thing in the industry, in the AV industry as well.
And of course, there's so many applications, whether that's hospitality, but so
government, intelligence. No. So absolutely, these installations are all over. And of course, when you take something like you talk to someone like a customer who's in a stadium-based environment, of course they want no latency in certain environments, and they don't mind a little bit in latency in others. Maybe where you're doing some live streaming in some courses or whatever it happens to be. But also, what they also want to do is take digital signage, take some digital signage, and then integrate that into the system, which is what we've also got with our signage solution as well. So I think we're covering all aspects. I think in some of those major scenarios, case studies, we've got things like Resource World, where we've got the largest implementation of AVoverIP. So there's about 2,700 endpoints, and there's a massive amount of cost effectiveness of using PoE in that environment. Allows us to, with something where we're taking one of our decoders with about 7 watts of power, so we're actually able to save them an awful lot of money just in their energy costs in terms of being green. Yes, we are. We're trying to be green with some of the solutions that we're putting out there.
It seems like a very well thought out strategy. Those three elements, the digital signage, things like wayfinding, and then you've got IPTV and then AVoverIP. That seems like a really well thought out strategy and a proposition.
It is, and it covers all of the bases in the AV industry. Things that people are talking about at this moment in time. Yeah, okay. We don't necessarily care which screens we play out on. We've written apps that run on a Samsung or an LG, for example. We've got set-top boxes that we'll use if we need to do that as well. We can deliver any of that stuff out. In effect, we can use all three of those elements to deliver it out into a PC desktop if we need to, or a mobile device. So we've got the capability to do all this stuff, as well as having the technical knowledge to actually make that stuff work in the first place. Because Visionary, from a company point of view, there's always been it's technical excellence, and that's expanded out now into any of our clients now. It's about support, right? So it's about how quickly I can get support, and because of the technical background of where Visionary's come from, that ability to then not just leave customers. That's not our problem. They will actually take on the responsibility of helping people sort out switch issues, for example. So there's a lot of knowledge that's been built up from a support perspective inside the company, which is really, really well thought. To any of the customers now, Visionary has been like excellence. It's excellence in support in terms of those three.
I mean, just on that, you do get a lot of these companies that are just rebadging, and it's just like a sales agency, sales and marketing.
It is.
What I'm hearing from you is you guys are a real manufacturing, engineering company.
Correct, and you're actually spot on. That's exactly that's where our heritage is on both sides of the business, IPTV and also with the AVoverIP. So it's about how do we take those products and make them work better, how do we support them better. Absolutely. So completely, number number one priority in terms of the company. But obviously, figuring out what do we go to next? What do we go to? So we're not taking something out of China, rebadging it, as a lot of our competitors do, especially over the AVoIP. It's the same box you see over and over again. This is not. This is designed, built, and supported out of the US from California, which is where the head office is based in San Francisco.
Phil, where do people go to find out more information?
So they go to visionary-av.com. That's the website they can go to. Lots of resource on there. Lots of information that will be helpful in terms of. Or they come and talk to us in our office. We're based out of the UK, so we're the Visionary UK, Visionary Europe office now. So we've got support where we're managing system integration distributors around Europe.
Phil, have a great show.
Thanks.